Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for those born in the year of the Rooster, being published June 2020. Timing is not absolute in tarot, so that's when the reading is being published, and hopefully this is for this month, but it will kick in when it kicks in. Now the reading either is for you or it isn't. It doesn't so much have a past, but it does have a present. So if it doesn't resonate, that's fine. Go and watch one of your other readings. I've recently done my Western Zodiac readings. There's a playlist down below. I'll shortly be doing my full moon for Western Zodiac and then lunar galactic download for Western Zodiac, because the moon conjuncts with galactic center the day after the full moon. So it conjuncts with galactic center under the power of the full moon, so I'm looking forward to doing those readings. Also down there you will find a link to the Facebook page for this channel, so that's got an inbox. If you want to contact me directly for a personal reading, you can get to me that way, or there's a Twitter handle down there as well. Now back to the general reading business. So timing's not absolute, said that. Roles can be reversed if another person appears in the reading, which I don't think it does, but we'll see how it goes. Because you're watching the shuffle video there, I've got the cards all out in front of me as we speak. And I'm not getting a parcel, fortunately. Sorry, just looking out the window. Yeah, that's everything, I think. Please do comment if this means anything to you. Well, once I've done the reading. And don't forget to press the like and subscribe button. Let me bring the cards up. I'm sure there's other bits of waffle that I was supposed to say, but oh yes, it doesn't harm if you ask a question prior to the reading. So pause the video if you have to, think about all of the questions that are around you and focus on one of them. The focus adds energy to the process, and if I don't answer your question, then the universe will find a way. But hopefully I will give you that energy back in the form of the reading, and it will give you a little more context as to what I'm seeing in these cards. So on that note, let me bring up the cards. So I'm using, well, I call them my massive tarot, because as you can tell by the size of my hand, they're huge. The in-between tarot, which is exactly that, cards set in between all of the cards of the tarot deck. Like for instance, this one is the one in between the Page and the Knight of Cups. So it's the concepts that are in between. The Rider-Waite, which is a double deck because my brain doesn't do reversed cards. So there's two decks in here, one dignified, one reversed. That's the only way my brain will accept it. But you've got all reversed here. And then we've got the Tarot of the New Visions, which is the Rider-Waite tarot, but looking 180 degrees round. So this is looking really promising. What was interesting, I was saying to Monkey, this Nine of Wands card has appeared in nearly, or a Nine of Wands card anyway, has appeared in nearly every one of these readings so far. So it's, in fact, there it is again, look. There's this sense of things coming to completion. There's this sense of nearly there. There's this sense of, are we there yet? You know, that's one thing I sometimes I call the Nine of Wands the nearly there card, and sometimes I call it the are we there yet? But it's going that last bit of the distance. Now for you, things I can see that you're getting a nice push by the world, Wheel of Fortune here. A nice push to complete whatever you have been working on. You go from the Nine of Wands, where let's face it, it is the Wounded Warrior card. You have been feeling just a little bit battered. You've been working on your own. Hermit on the bottom of the deck here. Oh, didn't look what's on the bottom of the deck of this one. But you have been planning to move forward. You've been planning. You've maybe cut some things out. Queen of Swords on the bottom of the New Visions deck. But you have been trying to establish your own volition, your own sense of empire, your own control. This Emperor, He doesn't seem stubborn to me like the Emperor can do. This one, it almost looks like he's new. He's, right, here's my land. Oh crap, it's my land. Now I look after it. Am I going to do this right? So there's a nervousness with this card that it's like your empire has been defined, your sphere of influence has been defined, and there's a certain amount of nervousness with that because you want to know that you are doing the right thing. And that this is emphasized by hexagram number 30, which is fire above fire. So it talks about how fire needs to cling to its fuel, and that the wise man will cling to those things that he believes are true and just and spiritual. I might read it out, actually. There's fire will not burn on its own, but must cling to the fuel that feeds it. So too does the superior person seek fuel to feed the spiritual fire, lest it burn out from neglect. As the flame within grows brighter, it adds its light to the world and improves it. Clinging to what is true and right brings good fortune. And I do see good fortune here because it's almost like you're suddenly in charge of something, you know, or you have reached this plateau of your life where you are taking charge of something. So this could be within a work environment, or this could be just taking charge of your life, trying to change what you are doing day to day. But there is a cost in it. This Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups that undermines it. It's talks of a loss of innocence. So I'm wondering that you were thinking of cutting things out, and you've definitely leveled up in your skill level. But I'm wondering if there was some form of news with this Page of Swords here, some form of revelation that has made you go, yeah, it's time. I've got to do this. Because you were set up for it. Like I said, you've been planning for it. And we have underneath that Nine of Wands, and nearly there, it's Page of Wands to the Knight of Wands, which I think they said in the book it's something like get ready for liftoff or get ready to take off or something like that. But it's that having the new knowledge, having the new passion, having the new fire within you, that you're hesitant about to start off with, and then thanks to a little dose of wish fulfillment and the world helping, a little dose of wisdom given to you and revelation, and the world actually helping push you along in the direction that you wanted to go, it's all of a sudden, it's like, right, now I can do it, now I've got to do it. You've done with this card, you've done the learning, you've done the you've done the groundwork, you did the planning, and you've achieved various steps of the plan. And that amount of wish fulfillment, thanks to the Wheel of Fortune here, and that amount of wisdom has brought you to the point of, yes, that loss of innocence where you go, I've got to do this. I know I need to level up. I'm nervous about it, but things are happening so fast around me that I really need to exert balance over this situation. Control and balance. And what I'm feeling is it's the control to enforce a balance, just because there seems to be some polarity here. We've got the Lovers card, which I will hasten to add, you've got the Kindred Partnership card. So if this is a love reading, then you have changed yourself to a point where you are able to bring that partner into your life, or that you are able to enhance your relationship with your partner. Or it could also be simply, since you're taking charge, that you are balancing the masculine and the feminine within you, or the demands of home life, job life. You know, there's but it feels more poignant than just home life, job life, to be quite honest. It is a matter of bringing together these two energies that both express you, but they don't initially get on with one another all that well, and it's up to you to bring them together, because we have the Wizard of Awareness, which talks about observing the world, certainly, and there's been observation of the world all around here, but also with the feelings and emotions and ideas and wants and needs that are going on within yourself. Standing back from them, taking the time while you still have opportunity, take the time to stand back within yourself and just, rather than have the emotions and have the feelings and experience them, just stand back from them and watch them. So, I mean, that's, to a certain extent, that's meditation 101, or really, for me, I was taught to meditate by listening to every sound. Listen to every sound, and if it's not a threat, dismiss it. If it is a threat, get up and do something about it. Then the next thing that you will hear is your thoughts, because your brain will be going rabbit, 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 rabbit. Sorry, Rooster, I don't want to bring this to paraphrase soul wisdom, shout out to Rabbit Nation. But your mind just going yada, 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 yada. And then you simply listen to it. And any thought that is not a threat, dismiss. Any thought that is a threat, get up and do something about it, which means going into, hang on a minute, why am I telling myself this, or what have you. And that's what the Wizard of Awareness is all about, that second level of the way I was taught meditation. That kindred partnership really does, there's something that you are bringing together. So it's not just, I mean, it could easily be a love relationship, but I feel like there's something that you're bringing together within yourself, which is enabling you to take charge of the world around you more. Because what we have here is the Ace to the Two of Wands. Now, the Ace to the Two of Wands, to me, is, they say in the book, it's to be or not to be. But I say that it's God opening a doorway for you that you then decide whether you want to step through or not. So you've done the work, 2 of Wands on the bottom of the massive deck. You've done the work, you've done the planning, you've got to this stage. Now is the time where you go, am I going to do this? And I believe that yes, you are going to do this, but you're going to be surprised at how much you are thrust into a nurturing role and just how much responsibility is thrown upon your shoulders. So you may worry that this, the harvest from this is imperfect, tainted, not worked on enough. But believe me, you will not get a chance to rest once this gets going. So that's why I'm saying do the inner work now. But the problems, that whatever caused that loss of innocence, that's a problem that is not going to grow. It is not going to expand. The sense of your woundedness from it, I don't believe that that's going to grow either. But I also don't believe that the defences that you might naturally want to put up, I don't think they're going to grow either. We've got the important thing of being in the flow from the Gateway Oracle. I am in the flow of the universe. You have already decided to put yourself in this role. You've already done all the work to get here. So now, and I mean this nicely, now it's time to reap what you have sown. You wanted this responsibility, you've got it. You wanted this union, you've got it. You wanted this control, you've got it. Now what do you do? Because one thing that I see here is that right now, the King of Wands, reversed, clarified by the King of Pentacles, dignified. And what really springs to mind with that is that the time for rash action has passed. I mean, that's obvious with the decisions that you've got to make here, with the responsibility that comes in here. The time for rash actions has passed. It's be aware of your footing, be aware of your foundation, be aware of where things can grow from. They're not going to grow quickly, but they are going to grow, and they will take a lot of tending. And I don't think you need listen to distractions of people trying to pull you away. Now, if this is a relationship, wonderful. If this is job-wise, you might be surprised what you end up having to cover and what you end up having to do, and you want to really make sure you get remunerated for it, because I'm not so sure that will happen. If this is more internal, then you are cooking on gas, baby. You know, this is going really, really, this loss of innocence here is almost like a slap around the face of the immature and impetuous reversed King of Wands. To go, no, this is real. This is what you need to do, and this is the way the world is. Pick yourself up off the floor, stop looking so shocked, and get on with your work. And your work feels, you know, whether it's the relationship, whether it's the job, whether it's the personal development, whether it's something within the community, where it's almost like you've gone, well, I can't do nothing any longer. I have to do something about this. This is where you want it to be. So yes, put your money where your mouth is. Now, finally, we've got verse 50 from the Tao Te Ching. Life and death. Emotions and longings are life. Passions and desires are death. Just from those two lines alone. Listen, Wizard of Awareness, listen to your emotions, listen to your longings. King of Wands reversed with the King of Pentacles. The time for passions and desires and that fiery, impetuous nature is past. There are 13 kinds of life. 7 are emotions, and they refer to the gates of the mind. 6 are longings, and they refer to the gates of the body. There are 13 kinds of death. 7 are passions, and they refer to the gates of the mind. 6 are desires, and they refer to the gates of the body. These 13 kinds of life and death rule also human beings, because one treasures life. He who is good at conserving his life will not meet the rhinoceros and the tiger on his journey. He can enter a battle without being hurt. The rhinoceros cannot attack him with its horn. The tiger cannot scratch him with his claws. Troops cannot use their swords against him. That is only because he has no place for death to enter. Now, language might have changed somewhat. So, emotions and longings as opposed to passions and desires, I struggle to work out what a difference between a longing and a desire are. I would say a longing is a more longer term, I know this is where I'm supposed to be feeling. And a desire is, oh, that's good, I want that now. You know, so that more ephemeral, more transient. And I believe that you are coming into a space of satisfying your longings, which is why you need to stand back and examine your longings so that you know that you are satisfied, so that you know that you are in the flow, so that you know that you are doing what your nature requires. On the bottom of the deck here, we have the Hermit, well, the Hermit to the Wheel. So it's doing that inner work to allow the world to support you. That's how I read it. Let's see what because I'm still learning this. I only got them last week. Beautiful cards. What's it? Hermit to the Wheel. Stepping calmly into the unknown. Now, does that not say everything that I was saying about this Emperor card? That he's just come to his point of power. But there's almost a... Ooh, now what do we do? So, if this means anything to you, Rooster, I think I gave you the like, share, subscribe, full moon reading, lunar galactic download, Mars conjunct Neptune as well. I've given you all that speech, but if this means anything to you, please do comment down below. As I say, there's also, I've been doing Western and Chinese. I don't think I mentioned this. I've been doing Western and Chinese combination readings. I've done 6 of them so far, so 138 to go. So if you want to see a Pisces, a Capricorn, an Aquarius, Rooster, comment down below and I'll put it on my list because I'm not doing them in any order. Otherwise, yeah, time to reap what you've sown. And I want you to know that I think you've been doing the right thing. There doesn't seem to be a shadow side here except getting exposed to the harsh realities of life, which in and of itself is probably not a bad thing. All right? Cheers.